Happy Wednesday and welcome back to the channel. All right, let me ask you something. Have you ever driven past a community and said to yourself, what is this? It looks incredible, and then just kept driving? Well, this is what happens to most people when they drive through Bethany Beach past a community called Sea Colony. Well, today no more driving by. We're going in. My name is Anne Marie and I work with Remax, and I've been working along the coastal beaches of Delaware and Maryland for the past 25 years. Sea Colony is a very unique community. It kind of sells itself, but my job is to make sure you actually know it exists. So let's break it all down. What it is, what's inside, and who it's perfect for, and what it will cost you to get in. Sea Colony is a resort-style gated community sitting right at the southern edge of Bethany Beach, Delaware, which, if you're not familiar with Bethany, it's nicknamed the Quiet Resort, and that nickname is not an accident. This isn't Rehoboth Beach with the noise and the crowds and the fun lines at 9 p.m. Bethany is the one the locals actually love. It's relaxed, it's beautiful, and Sea Colony is kind of the crown jewel of the whole area. Now here's a fun fact that surprises a lot of people. Sea Colony is massive. We're talking over 2,200 homes, condos, townhomes, and single-family houses spread across two distinct sections. Sea Colony East, which is your oceanfront high-rise condo building sitting right on the Atlantic, and Sea Colony West, which is on the other side of Route 1 and offers more of that neighborhood feel, townhomes, single-family homes, lakes, trees, the works. They're totally different vibes, two totally different things, both amazing, and I'll walk you through both. Let's start with Sea Colony East, because let's be honest, when people hear oceanfront condo in Delaware, this is what they're picturing. 9 high-rise buildings right on the water. 1 to 4 bedrooms units with balconies staring straight out at the Atlantic Ocean. You wake up, open your sliding door, and you've got that sunrise, that ocean breeze, and the sound of the waves every single morning. Now here's where it gets really good. And this is something that genuinely separates Sea Colony from almost everything else at the Delaware beaches. Owners get access to a private, guarded half-mile stretch of beach. Not a public beach where you're fighting for a spot next to a stranger's umbrella. Your beach with lifeguards, beach chairs, umbrellas, the whole setup. In terms of pricing, you're generally looking at somewhere in the $550,000 to over $1 million range, depending on the floor, the views, and the size of the unit. Yes, that sounds like a lot, but when you factor in the rental income potential, a lot of owners here offset a significant chunk of their carrying costs. This is one of the most in-demand vacation rental communities on the entire Delaware coast. So it's not just a home. For many buyers, it's also an investment. Now let's cross Route 1 and talk about Sea Colony West. And this is the side that I think is genuinely underrated. If East is the wow, look at that view side. West is the, okay, I could actually live here year-round side. You've got spacious townhomes, single-family homes, tree-lined streets, fish-filled lakes and ponds, which, yes, means you can literally fish in your own community. That is not something most HOA brochures lead with, but it should be. Sea Colony West is also home of the tennis center. I don't mean a couple of courts slapped behind a parking lot. I mean 34 courts. 34! Including 4 indoor courts and 14 Hearthrug clay courts. This is generally one of the top tennis facilities of the entire East Coast. They host USTA League teams and tournaments. Offer year-round lessons and clinics. If you play tennis, this community will ruin all the other communities for you. Homes on the west side range from around $300,000 up to $2.5 million, depending on the size and style. So there's actually a pretty wide entry point, which is great for buyers at different stages. Okay, let's talk amenities, because this is where Sea Colony goes from nice beach community to wait, why would I ever leave? Ready? Here we go. 12 pools. including 2 indoor pools. So yes, you can swim in January if that's what you think you want. There are also hot tubs, saunas, kiddie pools, and outdoor pools right on the ocean front. If you can't find a pool you like here, that's a you problem. There's a full fitness center, the Freeman Fitness Center, plus the Edgewater House Community Center. There are basketball courts, playgrounds, picnic areas, hiking and biking trails through lush landscaping, and a community marketplace with shops right inside the community. And then there's the events. Weekly bonfires on the beach, movies on the beach, sandcastle contests, kids' night out programs, yoga, aqua zumba, pickleball. Yes, they have pickleball, tennis clinics, and more. There's also 24/7 security around the clock gated access, which if you're buying a vacation property and you're not here all the time, that peace of mind is genuinely worth a lot. Oh, and there's a beach shuttle, because even in a community this well planned, they thought, let's make sure nobody has an excuse not to get to the beach. So let's get into the numbers, because that's why you're here, right? The price range in Sea Colony is generally one of the widest of any single community on the Delaware beaches, from around $300,000 on the lower end for a west side condo or smaller unit, all the way to $2.5 million for a premium oceanfront or large single-family home. The market here has been strong. Even as interest rates climbed over the past couple of years, inventory stayed tight and values held up well, because demand for Sea Colony especially doesn't really go away. When you combine the private beach, the amenities, the rental income potential, and the location, buyers keep coming back. One thing I always tell people in Sea Colony, you're not just buying a home, you're buying a lifestyle and an asset. The rental market here is real. Plenty of owners cover a big portion of their annual costs just through peak season rentals. So whether you're looking for a primary home, a second home, or a true investment property, Sea Colony checks all these 3 boxes. And Delaware has no sales tax, which never gets old to mention. Look, I've been in real estate in this area for over 6 years, but I've lived here for much longer. And Sea Colony is a community I get asked about more than any other. And it makes sense. There really isn't anything else like this on the Delaware beaches. If you're curious in what's currently available, whether that's a cozy 1-bedroom oceanfront condo or a bigger townhome on the west side, I'd love to walk you through it. No pressure, just real information from someone who actually knows this community. Drop a comment below with any questions. Hit that subscribe button if you want more local market content just like this, and reach out directly if you're ready to take the next step. I'm Anne-Marie with RE/MAX, and I'll see you next week.